our national anthem.
Oh, say can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets like lead bombs bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Great job, Lee. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to tonight's varsity contest. At this time, I'd like to get the starting lineup out first for Manteno. At guard, senior number 2, Lila Prindeville. At guard, senior number 10, Alyssa Singleton. At guard, senior number 22, Sophie Peterson. At center, junior number 23, Maddie Geske. And at forward, senior number 45, Emily Horath. Manteno's coached by head coach Bethany Strider.
Hello, and thank you for tuning into MCHS TV. I'm Jay Skelf, and joined with me is Brady Babington. We're so excited to have you with us as we get ready to begin our coverage of this non-conference contest between the visiting Manteno Panthers and the host, Morris Community High School. Tonight is senior night, Brady, so Morris is starting with all 5 of their seniors. Besides that, what notes do you have for tonight's game?
You know, Jace, records show here that that Manteno is the better team coming into this game, but Morris has really been playing well at home recently, and I'm just looking forward to a good game tonight, Jace.
Yeah, you know, we can ask for nothing better than a good game tonight as we take a look at the starting lineups for both teams, starting with Manteno. Looks like they're going to start with number 22, Sophie Peterson. Number 10, Alyssa Singleton. Number 2, Lila Prindeville. Number 45, Emily Horath. see Kaylee Maddox with the jumper there. She gets some points here on her senior night. Starting over with the lineups, number 2, Prendeville, number 10, Singleton, number 22, Peterson, number 45, Horath, and number 23, Geske. Morris has on the floor Pfeiffer, Shannon, Jepson, Hansen, and Thorson. Geske with the nice move to get past her defender for the wide open layup to put her team up 4-2. Manteno in an early press here. Hansen, tough with it. Shannon gets it tipped on her attempt. Almost is able to save it. It goes right through her fingers out of bounds, so Manteno will get it going the other way. Morris responding with their own press to put some pressure on Manteno. Errant pass almost gets taken away by Thorson. Ends up with Singleton, and she gets the layup. Manteno finds themselves in an early 6-2 lead here. Morris not having any trouble breaking the press. Hansen gets tipped on her shot attempt. Jepson to Hansen to Thorson with the jumper. Jepson with the rebound. Her jumper gets tipped by number 23, Geske. That one sails out of bounds.
Nice job there by Manteno's defense and not letting any free baskets for Morris here tonight.
Morris was getting good looks there as Hansen had a nice move to get her a good look on her end. Yeah, like you said, Brady, Manteno's defense wasn't giving them any free looks. Morris, on the other hand, was working hard to get those looks. As Jepson with the strip. Almost takes it all the way for a layup. Ends with Peterson of Manteno. Prendeville, point guard for Manteno. Horath gets fouled on the way up, so she'll get a trip to the charity stripe.
No, Jace, just back and back, fourth there for a little bit between Manteno and Morris. No really good shots open, good defense by both teams here early in this first quarter.
Horath misses her first. Shannon picked up that foul, her first, team's first of the quarter. Horath's able to capitalize on her second shot as she goes 1 for 2. As I mentioned, Manteno's in this soft press, so Morris is able to get through it with ease. It just slows down their attack, allows Manteno to settle into a nice defense. But Morris responding well as Hansen's able to get her bucket to go. So lead down now to 3. As Morris is in a more aggressive press. Thorson finds herself guarding 2 people. Geske takes it herself with the jumper. Adds 2 points next to her name. Morris really feeding Hansen down low as she has been getting good looks. Great post player. As we see number 30, Kendall Blanchett.
Morris's offense here, led by senior Alyssa Jepson, really did a nice job getting the ball down low to number 3, Lily Hansen, to try to get her post moves working. But number 23, Geske for Manteno here has really been a threat in that paint so far in this game.
Yeah, as I mentioned, number 30, Kendall Blanchett, got in for Peterson to give Peterson a break. Pfeiffer causing havoc up top. Great footwork as she's able to stick with her person.
She's been playing some really good defense all season long, Jace. That doesn't surprise me, trying to create some turnovers here.
She will get through these 2 screens per piece. Geske gets fouled on her shot attempt. She'll take a trip to the line. Morris's second foul of the quarter. Hansen's first as she picks that one up. Geske makes the first. So we see Peterson subbing in for Thorson on the Morris half. Geske goes perfect on her trip to the line, going 2 for 2.
You know, Jace, Geske seems like the leading scorer here tonight, and going to look for more points being scored by her tonight.
Active fans by Horath almost turns into some points for her. Nice hustle play by Hansen to keep that play alive as Jepson dribbles in with the jumper. Shannon with the rebound off the glass, gets that one to go. Morris now down by 5. Geske's shot isn't able to go. Last touch by Manteno. So Morris will have it going their way. As Peterson re-enters the game, giving Prendeville a break. Jepson tries to get it over to Shannon, but that pass is jumped off by Singleton. Peterson, nothing but net on that one. Puts her team up by 8.
Jace, I knew that press would get to Morris once Manteno started getting it right. Morris was able to break that press early enough, but causing a turnover here. Manteno's playing the right defense, playing the cards right here early in this first quarter.
Yeah, Morris was breaking it with ease to start, but minor mistakes led to some turnovers as Peterson puts up a 3 of her own. Shannon to Pfeiffer. That 3 rattles out. Battle to get the rebound. Singleton wins it. She has her team going down the other way.
That 3 attempt by Pfeiffer here looked like it was going in, Jace.
Geske with the line drive jumper just skims over the top of the rim to go in. Shannon with the 3. Horath with the rebound. She's able to find a guard, and Manteno is now on the attack. Up by 10 with 2 left to play in the first. Nice find to Singleton. Doesn't amount to anything as Pfeiffer gets the steal. Shannon tries to get it to Hansen, but it's tipped right back into her hands as Peterson puts up a 3. Rebounded by Hansen. She gets that one to go, and 1. So a chance to make it a 3-point play here. Geske picks up that foul. She will take a break as 30, Kendall Blanchett comes in for her. As for the Morris half, we see number 25, Simpson, come in for Shannon.
You know, Jace, I'm curious to see how this Panther team will perform now that their leading scorer so far, Geske, is out of the game. Hoping to still apply that pressure down the post.
Hansen misses her free throw, but Simpson with the nice aggressiveness gets the rebound, is able to put it off the glass. So that's a 4-point trip for Morris, cutting the lead down to 6. Off the foot of Peterson, of Manteno. Morris now has an opportunity to cut the lead down even more after having great success last trip. Hansen with the nice move around her defender. Cuts the lead down to 4.
That was a really good move, Jace. I haven't seen that out of her so far.
Morris seems to have Manteno's defense figured out, Brady, because they get set up in this domino set, just feeding Hansen in the middle. Defense collapses, and she can either make a move or dump it outside.
Like I said, Jace, without that force down low for Manteno, Getski out of the game, Morris is able to put up some more points down low.
Manteno was calling for a timeout for quite some time. The refs didn't quite hear him. They are able to get it called. They call a full timeout. Or excuse me, 30-second timeout.
A little miscommunication here in this gym. It can get loud, Jace, but glad they can get that call.
Yes, exactly, Brady. And Manteno's bench being on the opposite half of the floor doesn't make it easier for him. I would imagine they're talking about how to resolve that Hansen force down low, as she's been being very successful these last couple trips for Morris. Manteno in a box set. Morris, great job defending it. Jepson is able to tip it, get it over to Hansen, who's able to get it to Pfeiffer. Hansen's almost able to save that one, but it just hits the line. It'll be Manteno ball heading down.
Can't push her.
Strider loses control of that one into the hands of Hansen. Goes off her foot, tries to get it to Jepson, but good hands by Singleton. And Blanchard is called for a travel.
Back and forth, we see again, Jace. Morris able to take it in out of bounds.
Pfeiffer was wide open in the corner, but Peterson wasn't able to see her. Tries to get it to Hansen. And as the buzzer sounds, Manteno is up by 4, 16 to Morris's 12. Brady, what were you seeing in that first quarter?
You know, Jace, I was saying their leading scorer right now is still Getski, but her coming out in the last 3 minutes of this quarter, she was putting up some strong performances. She's at number 23 center for junior, actually, for Manteno. Really impressed me so far, but Manteno's ability to apply pressure on Morris is really impressive so far. I mean, not too impressive because this Manteno squad is 24-5. Interesting fact, they are 11-0 on the road, Jace. So this will be an interesting one to see Morris defend that, and hopefully, Manteno to defend that, and hopefully Morris to break up that streak coming into postseason at the end of February, going into March. But seen some strong performances. Morris able to put some things together to break that press that Manteno's throwing at him, but a good game so far, in my opinion.
Yeah, as you mentioned, Brady, that 11-0 record on the road does catch my eye, because typically teams are perfect at home, not on the road. But hopefully that'll be to their advantage coming into the postseason, as you won't always get home court advantage during the postseason.
Yeah, Jace, Manteno is actually 7-4 at home, which surprises me, and one loss on neutral for a tournament. But it's a very impressive stat that goes to Manteno's coach, just having them prepared on the road for any atmosphere that's going to throw at them.
As Singleton with the quick feet jumps that pass. She has her team on the attack, as Prendeville's 3 isn't able to drop. Singleton tries the reversal, but Peterson of Morris gets that rebound. She leads her team down the floor. Simpson from the corner bangs that one in. puts her team only down by 1 now. We see Geske back in for Manteno, along with Blanchett, Singleton, Prendeville. Pfeiffer jumps that pass. It's a wide open lane. Misses her layup. Hanson and Jepson also missed theirs, and Manteno is able to get that rebound. What an errant pass. We'll give Morris another chance at some points.
3 attempts for Morris there. I was hoping one of them goes in, Chase, but just how the cookie crumbles sometimes.
As Shannon returns for Pfeiffer. So for Morris, it's Peterson, Jepson, Hanson, Simpson, and Shannon. And as I was mentioning, for Hanson with the nice move to get a look. As I was mentioning, Manteno has Prendeville, Peterson, Geske, Blanchett, and Singleton. Geske over to Peterson. Peterson gets that 3 to connect. Her team is now up by 2. Shannon gets called for a travel as we see Horath come in for Manteno, replacing Singleton. Nice move, nice feat by Peterson to stay in front of her man. As Hanson's able to get that one away. She takes it all the way down the floor, and she gets a blocking foul called against Blanchett. That will send her to the line.
Hanson hopefully looking to tie the game up here.
She makes the first. This is the second. Going 1 for 2. Geske using her size to get that rebound. Manteno maintains their 1-point lead.
Like you said, Jay, Sketsky's back in the game for the second quarter, and she's already been a force in this game so far.
Nice find to Horath down low. Manteno up by 3. Simpson gets called for a travel on her drive. Geske brings a lot of size to Manteno's lineup, as she is the tallest one for her team. She utilizes every inch of her build to get any advantage that she can. Jepson's almost able to tip that pass, but it goes out of bounds. Manteno will get a side inbound. Geske, nice move to get around Hanson. Nice touch to get that one to go. That gives her 8 for tonight. That one goes off Blanchett, so it'll stay right here. Simpson gets hers tip, but Hanson is able to get under that one and get the loose ball. Back out to Simpson. Peterson brought it down the floor on that one. Simpson finds it. And after a chaotic couple of seconds, Morris has it coming down their way. Hanson loses it. She tries to dribble into position. Manteno trying to settle it down. Geske tries to dribble around Hansen. Hansen with the quick feet. Prendeville with the nice move. She's unable to get her shot to go. Thorson for three. Ends with Peterson, gets it back to Thorson, finds Hansen. She gets fouled on the way up. She will shoot two.
You know, Jace, I love the confidence that Hansen has showed so far. Strong performance by her down the post, just battling out with Geske, the 5'11" center here for Manteno, but it's just really been great to watch them go back and forth.
As we see Pfeiffer come in for Morris, along with Jepson, replacing Simpson and Peterson. Manteno brings in a trio, or excuse me, two. Geske with the rebound as Hansen misses. Hansen comes up empty on that trip. Pfeiffer able to take that one away. Finds Hansen in the middle. Has board on the drive. Nice movement by Morris. But active hands by Manteno. Does not allow Jepson to get a pass off. Jump ball, possession arrow favoring Manteno. Manteno easily breaks the press. Able to find a cutting Horath. Foul on the floor. Shannon picks up that one. That is her second of the night. Just lob it up to Geske. Finds Prendeville. Puts up a three. Was unable to go. Horath able to get the rebound over her person. Geske's able to get the rebound, put that one up, and she gets fouled. Gets the and one.
You know, Jace, Manteno's just out here hustling, getting all these rebounds, and it's hard for Morris just seeing them kind of undersized in this match. Geske just being a force down low, and Morris not really having too many tall girls to come and get rebounds for them, but Morris is holding their own with very aggressive rebounding team of Manteno tonight.
As Geske is able to complete the three-point play, putting her team up by 8. Hansen tries to get it over to Shannon. Pass is tipped away. Boros with that three. Doesn't put enough on it. Thorson tries a three herself and almost bangs in. Hansen with the and one. I've seen her have numerous of those tonight, Brady. Manteno needs to start boxing her out. She has a lot of second chance points here tonight.
Yeah, she's just really done a nice job being confident down there, just playing loose and not too aggressive. But she's done a nice job just having that confidence against this Manteno defense that is playing aggressive tonight.
She's unable to complete the three-point play. Morris still down by 6 with under 2 minutes left in this half. Manteno just passing it around, dribbling it around, trying to find something open, and they find Boros on the drive. He's able to put that one in. Manteno goes back up by 8. Hansen with the move. Horace strips it away from her, outlets it to Prendeville. Peterson being quick and hustling. strips that one away as she gets fouled by Prendeville. That'll be her first.
Great hustle there by sophomore Ava Peterson.
See Blanchett come in for Prendeville. Hansen's unable to convert on that shot. As Jepson picks up a blocking foul on the Blanchett drive. Nobody I've noticed Manteno is a very simple inbounds play. Just isolate Geske and lob it up to her, and it seems to have worked every single time so
Jace,
far.
there's not much more. Just stick with your bread and butter, and it seemed to work a lot for them.
Shannon with the corner three, unable to convert. And Manteno has control of it with just over 20 seconds left in the half. As Singleton's almost able to make it the entire way down inside. Geske is unable to connect with Boros. Simpson returns for Shannon. Now Morris has control of it. And will be looking to score some points to enter the half. As Hansen goes up with it. She's unable to go, and Pfeiffer jumps that pass, but time did expire. So at the half, Brady, it's Manteno 28, Morris 20. Looking for Morris to try to find a way to control Geske. But even though she has 11 points, Sophie Peterson for Manteno also has, I believe, 6 points to her name. So Morris needs to try to limit those two.
Yeah, I mean, Peterson coming in for Manteno. I know we have a Peterson and Morris, but she's really their long-range, mid-range girl to go to with 2 threes here in this half. But Geske just really impressing me and catching my eye here with just her strong performance, but also coming back with that, just matching her points and aggressiveness is really Hansen of Morris. She's done a really nice job at just matching that competitiveness, rising to the occasion, and she's done a nice job tonight of upping her game up and just trying to hang with this very fast and aggressive defense and offense of Manteno has brought tonight. Like I said, I want to go back to just that 11-0 stat that they had on the road. Manteno's done a nice job. They are 12-2 in their conference, and they are having a nice season so far, putting together a nice season coming into postseason later this month. But they're one of their a few games ago, they lost to Wilmington 47-48, which Morris actually beat by 34 points. A team that Manteno lost to was beaten by Morris, which is hard to believe, but Morris still has a chance. I'm not counting them out here in the second quarter, but Morris has done a nice job against the I-8 conference that Manteno participates in with a 3-0 record against that conference, hopefully going 4-0 against that conference this year as we go into postseason later. But it's a great performance so far by both teams, and we're going to get into some of our halftime festivities and take a break, and we'll be back shortly.
All right, thank you, Brady. me to hold on to it. You know, Melina, you're not nice to me, so I didn't think you actually gave me anything. Game's about to start and Brady is still in the student section.
Oh, you do now? You saved it this time? I got it.
Brady, the game is starting. Brady's back in. Hello and welcome back as we see Morris starting off this half of basketball with possession in front of their bench. They have Simpson, Jepson, Hansen, Shannon, and Pfeiffer as Simpson attempts a three. He's unable to get that one to convert. So Horath with the nice hands to get that ball as Singleton starts to drive. Gets it to Horath, over to Geske. But Horath is called on a travel before the pass. So the Geske basket will not count, as that would have put her at 13 total, but she remains at 11. So Manteno has Predaville, Geske, Horath, Singleton, Pfeiffer with the three, Jepson with the rebound. And the fifth Manteno girl is Sophie Peterson. Hansen with a nice move to get around Geske. She dumps that one in. That puts her at 13 points, cutting Manteno's lead to 6. So Morris starting off the scoring in this half of basketball. Hansen, the leading scorer overall tonight, leading her team with 13, as mentioned. Geske leading Manteno with 11. But Peterson not far behind her with 10 of her own. So as much as we've been talking about Geske, Peterson's been making some noise out there. Those two combining for 21 of the 28 Manteno points, as Prindaville is unable to connect with Geske. As that pass sails out of bounds. Manteno not in a press to start this half, so Morris will just get to dribble this one up the floor. See how this plays out for Manteno, as they were getting causing some turnovers off that press last half. Simpson fakes, jump, drive, gets the jumper to drop. They're now down by 4. Coming out in an aggressive press to start this half, but Geske with a nice move to dribble around 2 Morris defenders. Prindaville gets a nice, easy look. Geske with a nice hustle and able to find Peterson as she's falling to prevent the travel. Blocking foul is called on the drive.
Team's first.
As Shannon picks up that one, that is her third of the night. As Peterson will come in for Shannon, as she is now in foul trouble here early in the second half. Here's the Manteno inbound, just lob it up to Geske. Horath wide open down low, and she does not let that opportunity slip as she bangs that one off the backboard. Bringing her total to 5. Hansen with a nice move around Geske. And with that basket, Hansen has reached an important milestone, surpassing 1,000 points. So we will take a moment to recognize her.
Celebrating an incredible milestone. With that last basket, Lily Hansen has reached 1,000 career points. Lily is only the 10th player in school history to achieve this milestone. Let's give her a huge round of applause for Lily Hansen on this outstanding accomplishment. Congratulations, Lily.
Brady, we just saw Lily surpass 1,000 points, and honestly, that does not surprise me, as she is leading both teams in points with 15 tonight. What are your thoughts on it?
Yeah, she's really just stepped up her game, now becoming the main main center here in this Morris offense this year. She really stepped up her game and rose to the occasion. And game after game, she just seems to keep getting better and improving. And she's been a standout player for Morris from the get-go.
As first half, she had a lot of second chance points, but this half, she's had some nice post moves to get around the 5'11" Geske. So Jepsen with the jumper. Doesn't get it to drop. So with 5 left here. Morris is down by 4. Still in an aggressive defense, trying to force some turnovers. Active hands up top by Peterson and Pfeiffer, trying to get a loose ball. Geske wins the jumping contest for that pass, and she goes up with it and gets fouled. And Jepsen picks that one up. That is her second of this game. Geske makes the first.
Jay Shee's done a nice job on getting those extra points and taking advantage of those extra points because she hasn't been fouled a lot this game so far.
Exactly, Brady. She does take advantage of the charity stripe as she goes 2 for 2 there, but gets subbed out as we see number 30, Kendall Blanchett, come in to replace her. Manteno now up by 6. Morris moving it around up top, trying to find it, someone down low, and they find Simpson, who gets blocked by Singleton. Morris looking for a foul call, but they don't get one. Horath in the right place to just put that one back up, putting her team up by 8. Jepsen over to Peterson with the 3. A little long on that one. Singleton with the rebound as she dribbles her team down the floor. Hanson's able to bait that pass and jump it. Jepsen outlets over to Simpson as she lays that one up and in. So the freshman Simpson has 9 points in this contest, and she's the second scorer for Morris's offense tonight. Prendeville for 3. Goes right over the hole. Horath with a nice move there. Tries to get it up. Not enough. Nice screens by Manteno to try to create some looks. As Jepsen picks up a foul there, that's her 3rd. As we see Stritter and Geske return for Manteno, replacing Horath and Prendeville. Jepsen and Peterson take a seat for Morris as Shannon and Thorson come back in the game. Shannon with the nice rebound as she gets fouled trying to get it over to Simpson. So Shannon being strong results in a Peterson foul for Manteno. Only her first, team's first. Shannon tries to get that one into Hanson. The active hands by Manteno prevents that from happening as Blanchett drives, gets it all the way down low, but is trapped. Pfeiffer unable to collect that one as she did successfully jump the pass. Just mishandles it as it goes out of bounds. So Manteno catches a break. Singleton on the drive. Geske finds it. Is able to move around Hanson. But Hanson with the rebound as Geske missed her shot. Nice ball movement, getting it down to Hanson as Singleton comes from behind. Stick that one up and out. Morris having it down low. Thorson finds Hanson. He's able to get around Geske, but is now underneath the basket. That's a pushing foul by Shannon. That'll be her 4th. She will take a seat as Peterson comes in for her.
Tough to see Shannon go out, but it's nice that Morris is very versatile. They have a lot of players that can come in and assist this team and just their whole game plan here. But it's nice to see Simpson and Peterson and Pfeiffer here coming on the court whenever you really see a senior-heavy team, but it's nice to see some younger classmen.
This has an over and back call. Morris looking for a technical as Peterson slammed the ball a couple times out of frustration. But yes, Brady, as you were saying, Morris has a lot of depth, not just in skill, but in experience. As we mentioned, number 25, Simpson, is only a freshman, but she has been contributing a lot with 9 points, being the 2nd leading scorer for this Morris squad tonight. As Hanson with a nice move with the and one. As Geske picks up that foul, as only her 2nd of the night. But Hanson with a chance to make this a 3-point play. She's unable to convert, but she brings her team within 4. Geske trying to get open, and she does on the nice pick and roll. Wide open lane for her as miscommunication up top leaves her wide open. Morris just skipping it around, trying to get to Hanson, who's able to kick it out to Pfeiffer for 3. Nothing but net. Morris now within 3 with a minute left in this quarter. As Manteno has to call timeout as they get caught on the other team's half of the floor. Manteno has to call a 30-second timeout as Morris is clawing their way back into this game, Brady.
That's a perfect way to describe that, Jace. Morris has put together some few drives here that have really led to points, and great job getting Pfeiffer open for that 3. That was great. Now putting Morris within reach here to take the lead or either tie it up with the score being 36, Manteno, and Morris with 33. Coming into this end of this 3rd quarter, going into this 4th quarter, Jace, I'm looking for some competitiveness out of Morris, just to see them fight back as win or loss, just see them fight as a team on this senior night for these seniors here tonight.
Exactly, as Manteno has been able to get some points off some of their trips, but they've also gotten stopped by this aggressive Morris defense, which has allowed Morris to get back in this game as they've been capitalizing on almost all their trips as of late. That's a blocking foul on Jepson. That'll be her 4th. So a couple key players for Morris now in foul trouble. There's a little early substitution between Thorson and Jepson as they have to wait. So Boros to shoot her first free throw. She makes the first. Now Thorson comes in for Jepson. Boros missed the second as she goes 1 for 2 on those bonus free throws. Ball goes off Manteno. So now Morris has 43 seconds to work with here, down by 4. As this preliminary quarter comes to a close. Hanson tries to get it back up to Pfeiffer, but active hands by Geske prevents that. Singleton's able to establish herself on their half of the floor. But active hands by Pfeiffer, pokes that one away, gets it over to Peterson. He's able to lay that one up. Morris only down by 2 here.
Nice connection, Pfeiffer to Peterson here.
As Manteno just lets the time run out. But Morris is able to get within 2, Brady, as they enter the final quarter of this contest. So it'll be interesting to see how Manteno tries to clean up their play, as I wouldn't imagine Morris tries to fix anything. Just keep up the intensity, as they've been able to get what they want as of late. So it'll be interesting to see what this fourth quarter brings us, Brady.
Yeah, it's great. I love the way that Morris just finished strong that third quarter here. Hopefully bringing that into the fourth quarter. Their game plan, their adjustment to Manteno's press that was thrown at them, I think they're doing a great job. Coach Lutz's doing a nice job to try to get those seniors this win. And like you said, claw out this victory here tonight. Morris, looking for Morris to keep up their tempo when they're on offense and just really getting good ball movements to get it to their shooters, or their center, Lily Hansen, to keep adding to her points as she did just set her milestone of 1,000 points tonight.
Yeah, she continues to add on to that total. She's currently sits with 17 points, with Simpson behind her with 9. If we look at Manteno, Geske leads their point total with 15, and Peterson behind her with 10. A couple high scores for both squads. Manteno will begin this quarter with possession. Fielding Peterson, Geske, Horath, Blanchett, and Prendeville. Morris responding with Pfeiffer, Simpson, Hansen, Jepson, and Shannon, as Blanchett gets her jumper to go. That puts her team back up by 4 to start this quarter. Hansen kicks it back out to Simpson. Tries to make something happen. Nice ball movement, but good on Manteno's defense, not allowing anything down low. As Hansen tries to get a lane open. Jepson's able to save that one from going over, keeping that alive as Simpson attempts a 3. Jepson with the rebound. Geske rips it away from her. With the jump stop, gets her own rebound over to Prendeville. Pump fake drive over to Geske. Simpson pokes it from Horath into Blanchett's hands. Blanchett down low. Tries to get through Hansen and Shannon, but they close the gap as Pfeiffer's able to steal it. Tries outlet to Jepson. Also play by Geske. She's able to get it, but half of her was out of bounds. So Morris will have a chance to catch their breath.
Gotta love that hustle, Jace, by both sides here. Just you can see the fight in both of these teams tonight, just trying to get that win for their team tonight.
Jepson musters that one up, unable to get it to drop. Prendeville on the drive, gets stopped by Hansen and Jepson. As Blanchett adds 2 more to her name. Simpson on the drive. Geske with the block. That's touched by her, so it'll stay with Morris. Simpson lobs it into Hansen, over to Jepson. Jepson on the drive. Gets the and one to go.
As soon as Manteno looks to pull away in this game, here comes Morris right behind them. Nice job from the girls tonight to not let go, not to stop.
Jepson's unable to make it a three-point play, but she brings her team within 4, leaving Peterson open. That shot sails out of bounds. Manteno coming up empty, which gives Morris an opportunity to keep clawing back into this one. Pfeiffer attempts a 3. Nothing but net. Morris now down by 1, knocking on the door. And as you mentioned, Brady, every time Manteno tries to shut it, Morris kicks it right back open.
Absolutely, Jace.
So with 5 left here, neither team willing to let up. Morris still being very active on defense. And Peterson gets called for a travel. So Morris now has an opportunity, Brady, to take the lead in this game.
Yes, they do, Jace.
But Simpson coughs that one up. A nice hustle prevents Manteno from getting any free points. Simpson's able to go all the way and 1. Woo! Morris takes a 1-point lead. Simpson with the chance to double that.
That was a great play, Jace.
What a turn of events, Brady.
What a turn of events. It's awesome.
Last touch by Manteno, so this one will stay with Morris, giving them a chance to keep adding on as Manteno has to go back to Geske as she comes in for Peterson. Out to Pfeiffer with the 3. Bangs that one in. Seems like a couple seconds ago, Brady, Manteno was up by 4, but now Morris is up by 4.
This is awesome. This is awesome.
Manteno has to call a full timeout.
You know what they say, Jace, you can't lose on senior night. Well, they're doing exactly what it takes not to, and they're doing a great job of just rallying their team, slowing it down when Manteno's offense tries to get going, and just really slowing it down, attacking the lanes, and just opening up clean open shots for Morris to take, because they do have shooters with Pfeiffer or Simpson or Jepson. They just can throw it at any of their teammates, and they can just put it up, relying on them to come down with some points. But awesome job by Morris here late in this 4th quarter, hoping to see them come victorious with a 4-point lead that we now have.
Yeah, as Coach Stritter for Manteno now trying to find answers for her team. As time is running down on them, Brady, as now they led most of the game, but now they're down these last couple minutes. It's be interesting to see the adjustments that they make as they come back out on the floor.
Yeah, curious to see how this team does play down. They've had some close games on the road, 11-0 on the road. Jace, let's see how this team plays and see how it comes down in the last 4 minutes and 20 seconds of this game.
As it looks like both squads stay with the same 5 girls that they took the break, going into the break with. As Horath finds Geske, but she's unable to convert. Jepson over to Simpson. Tries to go in. Geske with the nice hands, pokes it over to Blanchett. I gotta give props to Geske, even though she's leading her team with points. I'm sure she's leading her team in other stats as well, as she's making noise in other areas of the game. As Singleton's 3 is not able to convert. Nice move by by Hansen, gets it up and under. Morris now up by 6 with 3:15 left to play. Little goofy pass by Singleton, but nice footwork. Prevents him from traveling. A nice find to Geske down low to respond. Geske keeping her team in this one. Shannon with the jumper, bangs that one in. Morris can't seem to miss right now, Brady. Almost every single shot they've taken has dropped in as of late.
I mean, it's great. Every player on the floor for Morris here has scored points, and it's just great to see those seniors being able to score on senior night.
No, it's not even like Manteno's not playing good defense. They are rotating very well. They're being very vocal. Just Morris can't seem to miss. There'll be an over the back call against Horath.
You know, Jace, like you said, they're not changing up that inbound play, and it worked for their disadvantage here. We saw Morris able to take advantage of that missed shot, getting the rebound, and then forcing a foul here. Great job by Morris to stop and slow down that bread and butter of Manteno's throwing at him.
Morris goes into a 5-out offense. Just passing it around at the moment. Pfeiffer on the drive. Blocked out of bounds. Will remain with Morris. Simpson the inbounder, Morris in a line set. Dumps it up to Hansen. Hansen with the and one. She's made a lot of those tonight,
Wow.
Brady.
Wow.
Very tough down
That
low.
is great.
A lot of second chance points for her as she brings the total to 21 next to her name.
Fabulous performance tonight by Hansen so far. Looking to finish that out strong, carrying her team on her back to a senior night victory, which would be awesome.
As that one rolls out.
What a turn of events, Jace. This team not really seeking hope. At times down 8 to this Manteno squad, but chipping away, getting another turnover here, this Morris squad. Wow.
Shannon finds Hansen's able to dump that one in. She now puts her team up double digits with just over a minute left. Manteno has to call another full timeout.
Wow.
As Coach Stritter is still looking for answers.
This is awesome, Jace. This is awesome. I'm speechless, Jace.
Morris now finds himself up 53 to 43 with a minute 14 left.
Wow. Performance. Great performance.
Hansen having a night to remember as she eclipses 1,000 points, and she now sits at 23 points on the night. As you mentioned, Brady about to lead her team to a senior night victory. What more could you ask for on your senior night, Brady?
A good dinner, that's for sure.
A good dinner?
Yep. Which I'm sure she'll celebrate with her team, but just a great overall performance. Not to jinx it, Jace, but Morris doing a nice job to get that victory here tonight. They definitely deserve it. If the points favor Morris at the end of the regulation, then Morris does deserve this tonight. They played phenomenal this past fourth quarter.
And Manteno's been playing fabulously tonight as Hansen's able to get that loose ball. But Manteno They were playing flawless defense, Brady. It's just on the offensive side, they couldn't get some shots to fall. And while they were missing shots, Morris couldn't miss, and that allowed them to get back in this game and find ourselves in the situation we are in now. Geski's shot rolls out, but she's able to get her second attempt to go, bringing her total to 19. Morris now calling a timeout with 45 seconds left. So I was mentioning earlier, Brady, Manteno, even though they've given up this lead, they've still been playing phenomenally. They're still playing aggressive defense, making Morris work hard to try to get these open looks. Just Morris couldn't miss for what seemed like 3 whole minutes.
It seemed so, Jace.
And Manteno is struggling to get the ball to drop, and sometimes you have those nights.
Dreams do come true, Jace. This is just great performance by Morris here tonight.
As Geski now sits at 19, having a fabulous night of her own. Still leading her team. Peterston still sitting at 10 points. Hansen leading her squad with 23. Close behind her is Simpson with 11 and Pfeiffer with 9. And Morris has not fouled this entire quarter, but Manteno is sitting at 14 fouls, so any fouls after this will put Morris at the line. Manteno in a full court press, trying to cause some chaos here. Trying to give himself looks. They're able to get it in. Geski's able to trip that pass away. Ends up with Peterson. As Geski remains on the court. Hopefully she's all right. We'll take a break while she gets looked at by the trainer. Manteno now to try to come back in this game, losing their star player. As the Prendeville 3 is unable to go, but active hands by Blanchett. Back over to Prendeville. Tries another 3. And that one goes out of bounds. Manteno still in a press, trying to make something happen, playing to the final buzzer. Is able to get that one into Jepson. If I'm not mistaken, that one will send her to the line.
Prindle second, Team Smith. That puts Jepson on the line with 2 shots.
Morris now in the bonus here. Makes the first. This is the second. Horvath over to Peterson for 3. Rebounded by Hansen. Prendeville fouls Simpson, sending Simpson to the line with 10.2 left on the clock.
Wow, Jace, did not expect a nail-biter tonight. Especially looking at their records, Jace. Morris is really the underdog, coming in at 11 and 19, and Manteno with a strong 24 wins and 5 losses on the season. This is a great win for Morris here, and they come out victorious.
Simpson makes her first. And even more impressive, Brady, as you mentioned, Manteno was 11-0 on the road.
Dropping that down to 11-1. Their only loss coming to R. Morris. Very impressive.
Simpson going 2 for 2 at the line, putting her team up by 11. Burnsville tries a three. Quarterback got the rebound. She's unable to get her shot to go. So as time expires, Morris with the come-from-behind victory, 56-45. As we saw, Brady, Morris was down by 8 at one point, but they couldn't miss for a while there. And Manteno couldn't get a shot to fall. And it just ended up Morris out on top in this one. Very gritty win by Morris. Very good night for Hanson. 23 points, eclipsing 1,000 career points. And on top of it, it's her senior night as well as 4 other of her teammates. So what a night for these girls.
It's awesome. What an absolute thriller we were a part of tonight, Jason. Here, great performance by Morris and the Manteno Panthers here tonight. It was great to see some good teams go at it, but Morris comes out victorious, dropping Manteno's record to now 25-6, and now Morris's record moves to 12-19. Coming into the postseason, Morris has had some really good wins, especially on the road here, and just really coming together at the end of the season for this team. There's a lot of light at the end of the tunnel when it comes to maybe a nice postseason run, but Morris has done a nice job throughout the season. Kudos to Lily Hanson and all these seniors here for this Morris team. They've done a fabulous job leading their team, their whole program through this basketball program, and here tonight as a great win we've seen tonight. Thank you guys for tuning in tonight. It's been a pleasure.
Yes, thank you.